Revolutionary greetings and hotep. My name is Kwame Benta, and I want to thank everyone who took the time to join us today. This Monday, we meet every Monday at 7:30 p.m. This is December 23rd, 2024. We meet here to share a few facts and analysis by experts in economics, field economics, and geopolitical happenings to help empower people with the knowledge to help them get free from this debt-based monetary system that is designed to keep the masses of the people working and struggling from paycheck to paycheck and working until they can't work anymore. So if you're interested in peace and economic freedom, you may want to stick around and take some notes, because we're going to show you a simple plan that has thousands of years of history as proof that has worked. With this plan, we're going to show you how you can protect your savings from confiscation through inflation, protect your savings from any economic crisis that may happen, and at the same time, build wealth by acquiring assets that most people think require a lot of cash to obtain and get started saving, but that's not true. Because in the next 30 minutes, what we're going to show you is why saving precious metals is essential and how your Mint Builders membership gives you access to precious metals like physical gold and silver at wholesale prices. And if you're interested in helping other people, your Mint Builder membership also gives you an opportunity at no additional cost to have your own precious metal business from the comfort of your home or wherever you may be at. So, Ra, turn to your royalty warriors is an acronym for Ra. Is basically a name of it's basically Ra, turn to your royalty warriors is the name of our organization. My wife and I created back in 2018 when we started on this wealth building journey, acquiring precious metals. And Ra basically is another name for the sun that helps sustain life and gives us life here on this planet. When we say return to your royalty, we basically saying return back to knowledge of self and love for self, so you can become one of those good servant leaders that the world is in so desperate need of. Warriors is an acronym for winning at receiving residual income over receiving salaries. We're going to show you this plan because we know that a salary is basically not going to get you free, okay? So Warriors' first instruction is to return order and balance. We want to focus on the economics of our home and that balance. This is a Mint Builder presentation, like I say. We're not financial advisors, okay? We're just going to give you some information that we do. Hopefully this information you'll see is vital, and you'll get started protecting yourself and preparing for what's coming, because our economy is in irreversible trouble. Are you prepared? We have continuous wars pretty much every corner of the globe right now. So you're interested in peace, and you want to realize that you need to detach yourself from this system, okay? You want to get outside this monetary system because it's the fiat currency that's fueling these conflicts, okay? We have evictions, because people's paychecks are not keeping up with their cost of living. It's been going on for decades. It's getting worse and worse because the currency creation is it's getting out of control, which causes inflation. We have a homeless crisis that's going on. So this presentation is going to try to help you prepare because our currency is on its way to zero. What can you do to protect yourself? You can understand that currency and money are two different things. I know people use those two words interchangeable, but they'd have two different meanings, okay? Currency is a meaning of exchange, it's a unit of account, it's portable, it's durable, and it's fungible, and it's interchangeable. Now, money, which is precious metals, gold and silver, is a medium of exchange. It is a unit of account, it's durable, it's portable, fungible, it's interchangeable, but it has a store of value, which means that it'll be worth the same or more in the future as it is today. It's an asset. whereas currency is a liability because it continues to lose its value. So your financial wellness, it's our mission. In this presentation, what we're going to do is we want to show you how you can uh, grow your wealth to help reduce anxiety so that you can enjoy your life and live a long, healthy life. If possible, live your dream freedom lifestyle. See, there are many reasons why this information is timely. See, global uncertainty all but dictate the necessity of a stable store of value. Okay? Inflation is winning. All right. No ifs, ands, buts about it. It's real. It's robbing us of our labor. It's causing unrest in major cities globally. You're not going to see that on corporate media, news. Globally, housing and grocery prices are not sustainable. That's why we have the housing crisis, homeless crisis going on, evictions all-time high. Companies laying off people in droves, and artificial intelligence will replace a lot more workers. Your old brick and mortar businesses are closing up. More and more businesses are focused on basically online, this drop ship. Days of finding a job with benefits that one can retire from are dwindling away. Okay, and the new administration that's coming in, it's going to be a lot more federal jobs lost because they're talking about cutting a lot of corp, I guess they call it. And central banks are printing cash at unprecedented rates, which contributes to inflation. And paper currencies all but going digital. You have BRICS. I encourage anyone, if you're listening to this, to do your research and find out more about BRICS. Okay, Fed Now, learn about the Fed Now. A lot of people use their cell phone to make purchases today. You know, cash is really. I go to places now where they don't take cash. Okay, people use plastic cards. So you have the central bank digital currency, which many central banks and governments are working on. Design. It's called programmable currency, where the government will actually know exactly what you spend, where you spend it, how much you make. Then there has the lasting effects of the pandemic that's disrupted supply chains, has caused inflation to speed up, and the weakening of the currency will never stop. And these are not opinions, people. These are facts everywhere on our planet. We're going to play this short video. This is ITM Trading, and then we're going to be right back.
I'm going to tell you something that no one else is saying right now that you need to hear. Every financial bubble bursts. Not some, not most, but all of them. From the tulip mania of the 1600s all the way to the housing market collapse of 2008, every single one of them has followed the same pattern. Euphoria into denial, into panic, into collapse. And if you think that this time is different, then you are exactly who needs to hear this message, because all the warning signs are there. You just have to know how to read them. But here's the thing about bubbles. No one wants to look at tomorrow because today feels so good. When you're in a bubble, it's amazing. Prices are going up. People feel richer. Everyone thinks they're a genius. But bubbles don't burst slowly. They pop suddenly, violently, and without warning. And when it pops, the people who are not prepared are going to be left holding the bag. But here's the thing about bubbles. No one wants to think that they're going to pop because they feel amazing while you're in them. Prices rise. Everyone feels richer. Suddenly everyone thinks they're a genius. But the thing with bubbles is that they don't pop slowly. They pop suddenly, violently, without warning. And smart money will exit before the pop, and everyday Americans are the ones left holding the bag. But there is good news, because while we know how bubbles end, we also know how bubbles operate. So if you understand the cycle of the bubble we're in and where exactly we are, then you are able to take action to protect yourself before it's too late. So let's get into it. These are the stages in a bubble. I've shown this before, but people keep asking me, Taylor, how high is this going to go? And while I don't have a crystal ball, one thing is sure from history, it cannot go up forever, which is why we're going to look at exactly where we are today and what's coming next. Now, on the left here, we have smart money. Now, smart money enters the market during the stealth phase. So this is high risk, high reward. No one's talking about this yet. Maybe they have inside information. The media at this point would poo-poo any kind of investment in here in the stealth phase because it's unproven and unknown. It's not until we move into the awareness phase down here that you really start to see things taking off. This is where chit chat starts. It's not widespread, but enough people know about it. So much so that as it takes off, there's this first sell-off into a bear trap. But when the rally happens, now that is when things change. So we see this start to go up, and as it starts to pass that first sell-up mark, you see media attention. This is because people are excited. They get very enthusiastic. They haven't seen something like this before. Oftentimes, it's tied with something new and exciting. Now, this enthusiasm propels us up forward into greed. Now, during this stage, this is public. So this is, again, the media is jumping on board. People are talking about it online. People are telling their neighbors. We see all kinds of things happen during greed. Now, I'm not going to fault people for human nature. You want to make profit, but during greed, people aren't making sound decisions. They think that the highs are going to keep getting higher, and therefore they are buying at already highs, leading to delusion. As things continue to go up, the greed pays off. Now they've been rewarded and they are suddenly delusional that this is going to go on forever. And that is where, in my opinion, we are today. Real quick, don't worry, we're going to come back to where we're going next in the bubble. But while we're talking about delusion and where we are today, I wanted to show you a chart that just came out this week, which shows the expectations for consumers between income and stock prices. So again, this is the expectation of how much these two things are going to rise. Now, going all the way back to 1985 is where it starts over here. You can see that the two often tend to somewhat follow each other as people expect that their income is going to rise because, let's say, the economy is doing well or whatever the factors might be, then the stock market is rising too. And it works in vice versa, right? As things are slowing down, maybe there's more layoffs, people's income is being cut, hours are being cut, the stock market's not doing that well. Well, we have something here that we have never seen before. If we look all the way here on the right, what is happening specifically right here in present day? Oh my goodness. We have a divergence, the likes of which we've never seen between people's expectation of just how high stock market increases are going to be versus their income. Now, one thing I will say is I know, you know, that the legacy media has not been fully transparent with us about income. They continue to claim that income has kept up with the cost of living, which we both know not to be true across the board. We just know that. So it's no surprise to me that income is not up here, that people are not saying, oh yeah, my income's going to rise a lot over the next 6 months. But the fact that people think that the stock prices are going to rise that much is fine. Maybe they will right now. But can you tell me why this is so concerning? Where I'm going to go next with this? What I saw when I looked at this chart was delusion. Because again, if stock prices actually go up that much, but income is not rising with it, we have a situation where there is not real growth. Something is wrong here with this chart. Something is not right. Think about this. Here's another sign for you that something is not right with this chart. How many people do you personally know who have never cared about equities, the stock market, or maybe had something in their retirement, but it was never a focus, are suddenly experts? They're talking to you about what's going on. They're sharing their tips and tricks. Why is that? It's because suddenly there is FOMO, fear of missing out. Everyone thinks that they know what's happening next. And because things have been going up, there is a flood of cash flowing into the market because people are convinced that things are going to keep getting better. That's when the collapse is already baked in. Every time there's a story, ask yourself right now, what narrative am I being sold? right? During the dot-com era, it was the internet. It's going to change everything. It's going to be different this time. The stock market will never come down. Well, we know how that ended. What is it today? Is it AI? Because I am not suggesting that AI is not transformative. It already has transformed our world and will continue to do so. But to think that AI is going to be the thing that changes the stock market to where it will only ever go up, again, is delusional. There's no other word for it. Can someone tell me where is the real growth? They can't, because it's all speculative. If you are not concerned about market concentration, you should be. The S&P 500 is looking like the S&P 5 these days. Here's a chart I found about US stock market concentration hitting a record high in 2024. And the top 10 companies making up, what is that? It's almost 40% of the market cap. I mean, that is absurd. And look at the times in history when we've seen this before. I mean, in 2000, it wasn't even as concentrated as it is today. If anything should happen and that speculative growth turns around and people realize, oh, this isn't real, that is going to come down so fast. But I'm jumping ahead. Let's go back to this bubble, the stages in a bubble. Now, again, I think we're right here. I think that we are in a delusion stage. People are deluding themselves. They are convincing themselves. They believe truly that this is going to go on, which some people would say is the new paradigm. That is the peak. I don't think we're quite there yet, but the new paradigm is a shift in thinking that this is the new normal. The new normal just dropped. This is the way it's going to be from here on out. We have beat the odds, expectations. Nothing can ever go wrong, which of course, anytime people think that is exactly when things start to take a turn. That's because people who are paying attention are going to leave. They're going to realize that it was a great run and it's time to go. Time to make sure that you're protected. Take what you earned and put it somewhere safe. But no, there are going to be people who are convinced, just hold, it will go up as it's going down. As it's going down, just hold, it will go up. That is where denial comes in, which is always honestly sad to see, because people think, no, it's going to, what? Return to normal. What is normal? There is no normal. You've convinced yourself that the new normal is a never-ending trajectory up, when in reality, it is going to get a whole lot worse, leading down to fear and ultimately despair. And this isn't even taking into consideration all of the risk. Our system is riddled with risk. Volatility is actually going to be the new normal, because all it takes is one situation. Everything is so interconnected that all it takes is one whiff of that fear and things are going to come crashing down. People are going to lose a lot. It honestly tears me up to think about it. And I know that there are people out there who are going to say, stop spreading fear. I'm not trying to spread fear. I'm trying to spread education so that people are protected outside of putting all of their eggs in one risky basket just because it seems like it's going to do well right now. I'm not, nor have I ever claimed to be, a financial advisor. I cannot tell people what they should do with their cash. All I know is what history has shown us, that these cycles repeat themselves. And I think it is obvious, and I'm sure most of you would agree if we look at this, where we are in this cycle and that it cannot go on forever. So when people ask me, be honest, wouldn't you want to be making profit right now? Yes, of course. Absolutely. I want everyone to be prosperous, but what I also want for everyone is to make sure that you have your insurance policy in place before this turns over, before things start to take a turn down, because when it happens, it's going to happen fast. And if you don't have your insurance policy in place outside of the system, then it's going to be too late. And you could lose everything, savings, retirements, because we know that as this turns, it's not just one asset that's going to go down with it. Property values, who knows how big the fallout could be. That's why I sleep better at night, knowing that I have that insurance policy in place, that my wealth is protected outside of the system. So yes, as I'm making profit, I also make sure though to protect myself, so that I can sleep well at night, knowing that if I wake up tomorrow and something happened in the middle of the night and everything starts to go haywire the next day, I have not risked everything. Especially, again, I really think about those out there who do not have the luxury of time to have that second chance to rebuild. I know how important this is. And if any of this is concerning to you, or you don't feel like you have a plan in place, or you want a second opinion, again, personally, I believe in sound money, physical gold and silver, because it's outside of the system. And should any of this happen tomorrow, I know I'm protected.
You hear what she said there. You want to get outside the system, there everything comes down. Historically, stock market goes up and it goes down. The one thing that continuously goes up over time, thousands of years, is precious metals. They may fluctuate, but they are fluctuating in an upward trajectory as far as their value, because they hold tangible value over long periods of time. That's why we need to be saving precious metals. It's a time-tested hedge against inflation. Like I said, it's thousands of years of history. It's proof. It's easily explainable. Even children know that it is good to have gold and silver. It is a stable store of value during uncertain times, and we are definitely in uncertain times. And every fiat currency in history has gone to zero in value. These are facts. And it is the best product to be garage qualified with if you have a business, because precious metals, they don't expire, they don't go bad, they don't sit there and lose value. The longer you keep them, the more valuable they become. See, with modern times, you really don't uh, need to have inventory. You see, most people dream of becoming wealthy and achieving financial success and living on their terms. But the reality is that most people never realize their dreams because they don't take the right action, because we don't have the right information. That's why we do this presentation every week when possible at 7:30, because we know that this information is vital. Many people participate in behavior that doesn't promote their success. And then you have the dream killers, people who discourage you, who don't believe, who just want to stay within the system, not think outside the box. So they try to discourage you from living your best life and following your dreams. See, and then you have the people who think that wealth is about getting lucky and, hitting the lottery or something like that. Well, most people hit the lottery without the right education, they end up broke. That's a fact. So you want to have the right education. And here at Men Builders, we have what we call the knowledge base. We have videos that can help you acquire the right knowledge to help you protect yourself, to have that financial insurance. And we have a simple plan, all right? And once you start this plan, all you have to do is just be consistent about it. And it's pretty much guaranteed. And it is simple as paying yourself first. You see, a portion of everything that you make should be yours to keep beyond your lifetime. You just want to make sure that when you pay yourself first, that it's not made out of paper, because it does not hold value. Okay? So you want to take and exchange that paper for assets. You see, the first step is to get that savings account. And a lot of people think that they need more income to get started, but unfortunately, with that mindset, many people will never get started. That's why most people don't even have an emergency fund set up. So if you don't have one, you want to expedite your savings, then you want to acquire assets, okay? And get that emergency fund so that if an emergency comes, you're prepared, okay? Precious metals are assets. All paper fiat currency that most mistakenly call money has one destination, and that is zero. The purchasing power of the US dollar from 1913 to 2020 has lost 97% of its buying power. The Federal Reserve created in 1913. World War I started in 1914. After World War II, the US dollar became the reserve currency of the world, but it was backed by gold because the United States had the most gold reserves of any country at that time. Okay, so all the currencies pretty much on the planet were tied to the US dollar. Up until 1971, uh, the US dollar was backed by physical gold. You could only create so much depending on how much gold you had in reserve. Well, 1971, August 15th, Richard Nixon ended the Bretton Woods Agreement, and the US dollar became a fiat currency. What do we say about fiat currency? It has one destination. Historically, they all go to zero. So if you lost 97% of your power, where would you be at? Well, that's where the dollar is. 97% of its buying power has been lost since it was created. And in 1971, I believe Richard Nixon, he basically needed to start finding a way to continue to fund the Vietnam War and usher in the war on drugs, because in 1972 had the most recorded casualties in the Vietnam War. So this is another illustration of the purchasing power and currency in circulation. That red line going up on the right-hand side is the currency supply. Okay, from 1971 to 2018, the U.S. money supply increased 32.3 times. This was accompanied by a 84.1 drop in the purchasing power of the dollar. So the price inflation is a direct consequence of the money supply. See how rapidly the purchasing power of the currency continues to lose since 1971. This is another illustration of your purchasing power just slipping through your hands. So if you're saving this currency, you're actually losing. The precious metal assets come in two distinct forms. We have bullion here at Mint Builder, and we have numismatics. Okay, bullion is what we call insurance. It's crisis protection. Okay, this is what you want to be stacking. It has lower premiums. It has outperformed cash savings. Okay, this is what you want to have possession of, physical, tangible. Not something that's on the internet or in somebody's bank where you don't have access to if things go awry. Then we have numismatics. They're priced a little bit above the bullion price. They're not dependent upon the market because only a few of them are created. They're solemnly preserved. They're not circulated. So it's like a rare piece of art, but it's physical precious metals. And this is one of the great things about numismatics, okay? You can create wealth a little faster because in 2018, we had to store 1 ounce silver round for $45 for our members. Well, by 2022, that same 1 ounce silver was selling for $175. Like I said, it's not dependent upon the market. That was a 95% value increase per year. So that wasn't instant, but there's a way to grow your wealth even faster by getting the right numismatics at the right time. Here's some of the products that we have at Mint Builders. There's a whole lot more. We have infinite banking, which is wholesale life insurance. Okay, where you become your own bank, and basically you can borrow from yourself at lower interest rates, and at the same time you still have that insurance policy earning interest on it. That's right. And then we have free storage for our members. Then we have this amazing product called Mint Wallet. It's probably the best way to get physical precious metals and a real low premium. Here's a short little video to help explain that real quick.
Physical gold meets digital benefits. Mint Builder has taken physical gold ownership into the future with My Mint Wallet. This is the most cost-effective and secure way to own gold and silver. This proprietary product provides you with gold and silver access previously dominated by large institutions and banks. You now have direct access to instantly buy, sell, or transfer your precious metals through My Mint Wallet. Unlike ETFs, exchange-traded funds, you will enjoy 100% ownership of pure, physical gold and silver that is securely stored in segregated and insured vaults with our partner IDS of Texas. The benefits of My Mint Wallet are extensive and impressive. Your benefits include extremely low premiums, especially for wholesale members, digital tracking to the 100th of an ounce of gold and 1 ounce of silver in real time, 100% direct ownership of pure physical gold and silver, secure vault storage at no additional cost, fully insured accounts, the ability to quickly sell in real time and have your funds transferred directly to your bank, or use your funds to purchase silver and gold from your shop to have physically delivered assets. Daily audits to continually ensure each account is properly funded. Seeing the value of your precious metals holdings in real time, all the time. You can even transfer precious metals from your wallet to another member's wallet. 100% of your precious metals purchase is deposited on account as physical gold and silver in the highly secure IDS of Texas vaults. You have complete ownership over your gold and silver holdings, and with the click of a button, can sell at the current market price, have the funds placed into your wallet, and use these funds right away to pick the items you would like to take physical delivery of. This allows you to have the flexibility to choose from many different options for physical product delivery. You also have the option to simply have funds deposited directly into your bank account. We even provide you with the ability to transfer gold and silver to another member. Your MyMint wallet is the best way to own the most amount of gold and silver for the lowest cost, while keeping your metals safe from confiscation and robbery. In turn, giving you absolute control and flexibility with your wealth. Owning precious metals has never been so easy and at such low premiums. Be sure to get started with MyMint wallet and start building your mint today.
Yeah, so that is my Mint wallet. I love that product. Make sure that we utilize that monthly here in our household. But your membership also has a much deeper impact. Not only your membership helps you and your family and others if you share this information, it also helps children of need of food, people who are have food scarcity. Okay, so we partner up with this company called Feed My Starving Children. 91% of all the proceeds go to help directly to feed children and help them down the line to create a sustainable lifestyle. So what you can do is you can choose your monthly auto saving here with Mint Builder that you can change. You can pause or cancel your selection at any time. Just log into your account and change the 1, 2, 3 to 0. Okay. You can acquire monthly from my Mint wallet. If you want to have digital currency, I mean not currency, but digital physical gold and silver, or you can get the physical tangible assets delivered directly to your door, or have them stored at absolutely no additional cost with your Mint Builder membership, which is amazing. Okay, we have two distinct people here at Mint Builders. We just went over everything just about that your membership gives you as a customer. Okay, they just purchase precious metal membership. They purchase precious metals, and they're not sales associates. We have sales associates. We have people who sell wholesale customer membership, who sell precious metals to others. Then they help build a sales organization that helps other people do the same. Okay. So we don't just stack, we don't just believe in just stacking more and spending less. And we don't just stop with accumulating real assets. We also understand that many people are looking for more income. Like I said, with your Mint Builders membership at no additional cost, you can also have your own precious metal store, business, because it give you access to your own precious metal shop, your own personal link that a person clicks on and they make a purchase from your shop. You're rewarded, you're paid, okay? They provide all the software, which is very expensive, to track everything that's going on within your account in real time at all times. Okay. They provide you with marketing tools and no additional costs, banners, website, QR codes. Like I said, we have training videos within the knowledge-based platform that you have in your account once you log in. You have a free silver lead capture page that if you share this website with an individual and they take a little short survey, they want to get tenth of an ounce of silver, all they have to do is pay for the shipping. And what this amazing uh, product does is start sending that person emails to educate them. And this is what this is all about, education. Educate them on why precious metals saving is essential. Then we have the sales associates payment system. You don't have to worry about uh, paying anybody, collecting any money or anything of that nature. Mint Builder handles all of that. They handle all the packaging and all the shipping on the cameras. It's tracked, so uh, if anything is not delivered, they can definitely find out what happened. Uh, then you have unlimited commissions. Okay, so you can make more here than you can make at a job if you really wanted to do that. Okay, if you really wanted to do that. So, what is the cost of the membership? Well, if you pay annually, it's $300, which comes to about $25 per month for your membership. If you want to pay monthly, it's only $39 a month. These are some of the benefits that you get. I did mention earlier. We also got discounts on travel and attractions. We have a free wealth building planning app that you get. Members have access to the my wholesale access to my wallet, open vault markets, place seller access, which means you can sell your silver and gold to other members within the family, and so forth and so on, discounts and everything. Okay, so you also have 13 streams of income. If you're interested in earning with Mint Builders, like I said, the sky's the limit. So if you don't have any residual income or passive income, or at least a plan for residual income, then you're living a very risky life, people. Because there's no security in a job. There really isn't. Even a high paying one. So be smart and don't rely on just one source. Okay? So the only protection against injustice in man is power. That's physical, financial, and scientific from the book The Philosophy of Marcus Garvey, volume 1, page 5. You ready to get started? I highly suggest you get back with the person who invited you to this information. If you're not interested, still get back with the person that invited you to listen to this presentation because they cared enough about you and your family and your future to share this vital information to help you and your family be prepared for what's coming. All fiat currency in history is gone as a historical fact. 100 years is about the longest that they last. The United States surpassed that 100 years, and the only thing that's holding it together is continuous wars. So we have to withdraw. We have to step away from this system and protect our own. Okay, so you're ready to get started. Like I said, get back with the person who shared this with you. That QR code right there, if you want to scan that QR code, it'll take you to a website. If I was invited you to this so you can get more information.